Hey y'all, I feel like it has been far too long since I have shared with you, but today I just like to quickly share with you guys an experience that I just had. I'm in a season of stepping outside of my comfort zone, and it's a season because I'm doing it one after another, conquering my fears, facing things that spiritually, mentally, emotionally challenged me, and at some points in my life, even stopped me from doing certain things and pursuing certain dreams. So, this time I decided to take a little getaway for myself to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. I had never just, taken a little vacation by myself, so I figured, okay, this is close. I can drive to it, and it could be like my crawl phase solo getaway. The trip ended up being much more and a lot better than I had anticipated. I did go into it just saying, "Oh, well, I'll just relax and I'll just kind of try to play it by ear," which is not me. I like to, okay, at 1 o'clock I'm doing this, at 1:45 I'm doing this, even on a vacation. So this time I tried not to do that as much. So the first day I got there, I just, I settled in, walked around downtown a little bit, peeped in a few shops, and I ended up getting there on the weekend that they had a festival called Maxwell Street Days. And that's where all of the stores, and they would just have like sidewalk sales. So I was like, okay, well, this is pretty cool. The weather was beautiful. And I started my day off with a hot stone massage. Absolutely amazing. I'm like, okay, I could not have picked a better way to start my weekend. And I also had a zip lining trip planned Friday, which I forgot about because in my mind, I was doing it Saturday. So needless to say, that didn't get done Friday. But on my way driving to Lake Geneva, I was praying about all aspects of my trip, safety, enjoyment, just being able to take in the experience as a whole. And I specifically asked God to bless me to meet a group of women that I could just hang out with and have fun with. That's typically not me. I'm not the one that goes into a place alone. "Hi, I'm Aya. You want to hang out?" I admire people that can do that, but that's not me. So as I mentioned, the zip lining was supposed to be Friday. So I get there Saturday, the guy's looking for my name, and he's like, "You're not on here." "Oh, okay, well, let me show you my reservation." He looked at it, he said, "Ma'am, this was Friday. You're going to have to pay extra." I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So the guy next to him was so kind. He said, "You know what? Don't worry about it. She's already paid for it." Great, I'm there. So I ended up having to wait a little time. And honestly, my biggest concern was not being afraid of heights or any of that. My biggest concern was I'm here by myself, so there's nobody to take pictures or video of me to prove that I did this, because I was the last one in line. So I'm like, okay, we actually get all the way up there on the platform, and I'm like, who are these loud people behind me? So a group of 4 ladies ended up coming behind me, and they were, just having casual conversation with themselves, and I was about to go up, and I'm like, okay, I just ask him. So I told them, I'm like, "I'm here by myself. Would one of you be so kind as to record this for me?" And they were like, "Oh my God, you're here by yourself? You're going to do the jump by yourself? I couldn't do this without my friends." And, just going on and encouraging me like, "Oh my God, you're brave." And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I am. I didn't look at it like that. So I was just, trying to have some fun on the weekend. So I did the zip lining, everything along the way. I would see them, and we were encouraging each other. Got all the way, long story short, got all the way to the end. And, I said, okay, I recorded you on my phone, so let me get your number so I can send it to you. So we're going to our cars, and I'm like, "So what are you doing this weekend?" nothing, I'm here by myself, I was probably just going to grab some dinner. They're like, oh my God, you can just hang out with us. What? Really? So in this moment, guys, there's two things that I want to point out. Sometimes you are going to be in the position of those ladies. You're going to be in a position where someone is alone, where someone is reaching for something that may be in you, or just, the universe in general. So you can be that person like those ladies were. Come on, join me. Let's join us. Stepping outside of what may be their comfort zone, stepping on the other side of apprehension to be gracious enough to invite me. Or you could be the person on my end, like, oh my God. You could be terrified, you could be apprehensive, you could be negative, you could just say, okay, I know these strange people, I'm not doing any of that. But in that moment, I decided to say, you know what, to heck with fear, to heck with all of this apprehension. Hey, this is the season for stepping outside of the box. This is the moment that you specifically ask God for. To step outside of your comfort zone. If I stay in my comfort, this is a conversation I'm having all in my head in these few moments. If I stay inside of my comfort zone, will I ever grow? If I stay inside my comfort zone, how do I know what I can do if I don't push myself beyond these limits that I have set for myself? Because no one has set this comfort zone for me but me. I'm like, sure. Plans ended up switching around a few times, and I'm like, they're probably like, we kind of changed our mind. This chick probably a little crazy, but they didn't. We just switched up plans a little bit, but I ended up getting back to my hotel. It was like 3:30 a.m. Can I tell you I haven't done that since maybe I was a teenager, early 20s. Either way, I haven't been either one of those things in a very long time. So we had an absolutely fabulous night. We got a chance to learn a little bit about each other and, just our history and our stories, and just be able to share and just be in that moment with each other. And it was, oh God, it was absolutely amazing. Now, had I stayed inside of this box of comfort that I created for myself, I would have never experienced that. Had they not been gracious and kind to invite me, we all would have never experienced each other in that way. So my point is, besides to share my great experience with you, is don't be afraid to step out of the thing that scares you the most. If it's heights, do bungee jumping. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but maybe do a roller coaster. If it's crowds, maybe get a friend to take you to a concert or a sports activity. Whatever it is, push yourself. If it's public speaking, try to speak in front of a small group of maybe 10 people. No one says you have to just dive right into the deep end. You can start in the kiddie pool, but start. You never know what the height is that you can reach if you stay down here. But if you take another step, if you take another step and you take another step, and before you know it, you're here. And that little box of comfort you created is here. And you're in a whole new realm of comfort. When you're comfortable, you're not growing. Growth happens when you are uncomfortable. Shake things up. Shake your life up a little bit. Help someone do the same. You can be in my position, or you can be in the position of those awesome ladies. Help each other. We are all here on this earth to help each other, to deposit certain things in certain people's lives, and to receive certain deposits from people. I was blessed and fortunate enough to have done both. And if I see those ladies again in life, it's going to be an absolute blessing. But whatever it is, whether it was for a season of us in each other's lives or for a lifetime, the experience is what was truly a blessing. And I'm proud of myself for taking the top off my comfort zone, because that's one more thing that I can mark off my list. Next. What's next? So Either way, people, let's get shaken. Shake things up. Okay, that is all I have. Thank you so much. So I'm sending you light and love. Hope you receive it. Bye.